Backer Weed Man Wednesday. Kyle Wallace.
Yes, sir. Weed Man Wednesday. Waiting on my call.
It'll be a text.
Text. Can't wait.
My first services have been completed. Brad Nortman, have they made their way out to the estate?
Not yet.
They're preparing all of the great golf course fertilizer they might need to bring extra.
I'm still preparing for the reaction when their eyes gaze at how much yard there is.
Cool.
But, knowing Weed Man, they're going to come through, no matter how big or small the yard.
That's weedman.com for 50% off. Get a quote. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. The Carbless talking text line. Less is more. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And I'm looking at the man with an evil smirk, like he's an evil genius. Alex Strofe is so excited about something that I don't know what he did, but he did something. And instead of waiting until 2:30, when we typically would do Becoming Relevant, guys, we're starting the show with this. Guys, it's going to be great. So, without further ado, Alex Strofe.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
You guys received the text from me today. What did it say?
It's been a day. I don't even remember getting a text.
This is my best irrelevant ever.
Oh, that's
Becoming
right.
relevant.
He told me that in person. He was all giddy. I'm walking by. I need stuff. He's like, bro, I just cooked up the best thing ever. I can't. I'm like, Doug, okay, I don't need to know. I'm telling you, like, I can't show you. I
But
said,
here's
okay,
the thing.
cool. I don't need to see it
Usually
now.
when I make claims about this segment, I end up saying, I might be overselling it. I'm not overselling
I
this.
hope you're not.
I'm not. So I just want to remind anybody that may have missed it, in the 414 hour yesterday, Brad had a little bit of a concern yesterday when our buddy Tori Lowe stopped by for Tori Lowe Tuesday. Here's what Brad was talking about in relation to 23andMe, which is the DNA site that has gone bankrupt. Here's Brad, T. Lowe, and company yesterday.
Well, I'm freaking out a little bit, guys. Now, 23andMe has gone bankrupt. The CEO has stepped down, and they're going to be sold for parts. So someone's going to go up and scoop up all the DNA.
Wow.
How do I know it's not going to be some nefarious individual cloning people? I am legitimately concerned.
How you feeling today, Brad? You delete your account?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, so
I took a screenshot on Facebook of like a PSA to anyone, preferences, settings, delete all this before it gets in the hands of the highest bidder.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen like immediately, but I think tonight's the night. I went through and I like screenshot all of my information. We're going to do that tonight for Lexi because I want to keep what it gave me because once it's gone, it's gone. But yeah, I think unless they're making clones already, tonight will be the night that the Nortmans erase their DNA from the planet.
I have a couple of alter egos on the show, right? Sports Desk Strofe.
Detective Strofe?
That's my favorite one. Detective Strofe. Fellas, I need to ask for silence for about 70 seconds. I don't want your mics on. We can revisit. We can listen to what I'm about to play.
It's going to be hard
you
for me,
again.
Strofe, but I'm going to do it for you.
I know it is. I just need pure silence, and we need to go through this together. Unless you're driving, I want you to close your eyes. Kyle, Bruss, Nortman, that includes you. As we discussed yesterday, there might be a world where there are multiple Brad Nortmans. So once again, I put on my detective hat and I traveled to that world. Let me introduce you to Thad Nortman.
Hi, I'm Thad Nortman. I'm here to look at your finances and kick footballs very far. Do you want to listen to me uninterrupted as I give you stupid ideas? How about a universal handshake?
At least you can acknowledge they're stupid, Thad. It's nice to meet you as well. How about Chad Nortman?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Chad. How are you? And what are you up to today?
I am putting garbage bags on the windows in my bedroom.
That's great, Chad. Just like Brad.
I love Lexi.
Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing. Who's this guy? He looks sad.
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
But we just met a Chad Nortman. How many of you are there?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
This is terrifying. I gotta get out of here.
My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman.
Terrifying world.
Wow.
I am speechless.
Oh my gosh, you got AI.
Hey, I got more than this. Like we talk about Twitter.
I don't know what's going on.
How did
you do that?
How did you voice this?
No. Give me a second here. Bradley Nortman, you look me in the eyes right now. He's already smirking. I got him.
No,
what?
I'm telling you this
Did
right
you voice any of this for him?
That was me hearing that all for the first time. I voiced none of that.
Your future child's
now.
life.
Oh, come on now. That's wild
my future,
now.
Well,
No, it's not wild because I don't believe.
No, I'm telling you this right
on
now.
my future child's life, I recorded none of that for Alex Strofe. I am left stunned.
I love
and
Lexi.
Speechless.
I love
might have said
Lexi.
that. I might have said that at some point.
But he AI'd your voice.
But
that is crazy.
Because I would never say that I would have stupid ideas when it comes to the universal handshake. That's how you know that this was completely AI'd. How did you get AI, Brad, to say all those things? Thad,
I don't know why
Chad?
you're
Does anybody remember
why
the
you're saying
Disney
AI.
Channel show, That's So Raven?
Oh, yes.
So
What is this reference going to be?
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know she sees into the future.
But like
My name is Chad Nortman.
the way that you
was
played,
that?
hang on, the way that you played the sound.
That is,
She freezes, and then like that you twirl into her eye, and it looks into the future. That was.
now.
I'm like, holy cow! I was starting to imagine all of these Brads and all these different types of Brads and bad takes and.
I'm not going to lie. It's a horrifying future.
Yeah, I don't
Horrifying.
like that.
I didn't think I would say that about myself, but boy, oh boy, now that I envision it, I hear Thad and Chad and Sad, whoever else. I mean,
There was
They
a
had-
dad. There was a dad.
Dad Norton
Dad
was my
Norton.
favorite.
that
They
was
had all the
horrifying.
emotions. They had all these.
It
You had
sounded
happy, sad.
it legitimately.
love.
That was my voice. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you did that.
got
On the
AI.
Carbless Talk and Text line, Ryan from Iguanago says that is the best start to the show ever. Whoever did that is genius. Oh, damn.
I gotta say,
Be more like Chad.
I had high expectations. This exceeded it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Unbelievable.
I need to listen to it again now with my eyes open so I could write down notes. Can I please go into the future again?
Yeah,
Or
you
full.
don't have to listen this time when I say close your eyes. Unless you're driving.
Unless
I
you're
want you to close your eyes. Kyle, Brust, Nortman, that includes you.
Not
As
this
we
time.
discussed yesterday, there might be a world where there are multiple Brad Nortmans. So once again, I put on my detective hat and I traveled to that world. Let me introduce you to Thad Nortman.
Hi, I'm Thad Nortman. I'm here to look at your finances and kick footballs very far. Do you want to listen to me uninterrupted as I give you stupid ideas? How about a universal handshake?
At least you can acknowledge they're stupid, Thad. It's nice to meet you as well. How about Chad Nortman?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Chad. How are you? And what are you up to today?
I am putting garbage bags on the windows in my bedroom.
That's great, Chad. Just like Brad.
I love Lexi.
Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing. Who's this guy? He looks sad.
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
But we just met a Chad Nortman. How many of you are there?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
This is terrifying. I gotta get out of here.
My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman.
You know what that reminds me of? For anyone that has seen Austin Powers and he's with the fembots, you can't resist this, Mr. Powers. You can't resist this, Mr. Powers. I don't understand why the second Chad was sad.
The second Chad was a little special.
Could you not be? He's upset. He's sad.
Yeah,
Chad
whoever
or
just
whatever.
blurted out, "I love Lexi." I think
That was Brad.
I love Lexi.
I do love Lexi. But it sounds like it came out of nowhere. I feel like something went wrong with the DNA sequencing to just like blurt something out like that.
Not every clone's gonna come out like perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Lexi. I love Lexi. I love Lexi.
How did you do that?
Seriously,
That is
if
the
I was
craziest
you,
thing.
Brett, I'd be going nuts right now.
Think about this.
The system
Strofe-
got you. He went to 23andMe and got your DNA and all that, and you sold it.
KBN Nation, I want you to think about this. Strofe did this with my voice
Strofe
over the
did
course
this,
of like an
and
hour.
he's Strofe.
Think of what like all the big bad AI companies can do with you.
I love Lexi. I love Lexi. I love Lexi.
If Strofe can do this with my voice and my alter egos, clearly out there somewhere being clones, think about what everyone else is doing to you. This horrifies me for the future.
My name is Chad Nortman.
Yeah, Brad, I feel so bad for you. That's crazy.
That is wild.
Brad, I feel so bad for you. That's crazy.
I know it is. It's crazy. Like, I wasn't expecting that either. When he told me he cooked up something, I just said, "Oh, okay, cool. Like I'll hear it later." My goodness, mind blown.
If I were to tell you, okay, I'm joking, I did all the voice, would you believe me?
No, I know.
At this point, like I don't, because it's altered to a certain degree of
Well,
like
it's that accurate. It's that accurate.
Bro, you got AI.
Not Tori Lowe AI. We just recorded what he said.
No, you got-
this was
the pitch, the changing of the
words.
pitch.
and
Yes,
it changed pitches when I would normally change pitch.
it is crazy. That's your voice.
I love Lexi.
I love Lexi.
This is dangerous. Think about how somebody could
I
ruin
love
your
Lexi.
career.
I love Lexi.
Stop
I love
saying
Lexi.
that. You're gonna be out of the job soon.
Dude,
For real, though.
Literally, though. Just type in Brad Nortman, bad universal take.
All right, I got it. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Thad Nortman. I'm here to look at your finances and kick footballs very far. Do you want to listen to me uninterrupted as I give you stupid ideas? How about a universal handshake?
That you can try and figure out if he's far off. What was that? Is that Thad?
I honestly want to know.
That was Thad.
You're gonna find out if Thad is telling the
Yeah,
truth
I meant-
or not.
I
At
meant-
3:15, hear Brad out or
I
Thad
met
or
Sad Nortman. I met Dad Nortman. I met Thad Nortman. I met Chad Nortman.
Who is your favorite?
My favorite's still Brad Nortman, but
Oh, thanks.
yeah, it was a trip.
Tropes, how
man.
did you do it?
I went to the land of clones.
he's not gonna tell you.
I'm scared.
I'm
scared.
This is one of those things where I don't want to know because I want to know if he's able to replicate it again for Kyle.
No. Well, actually,
My name is Chad Nortman.
that might be good because then when somebody, tries to smear my name, I said that was the AI clone Kyle. That wasn't me. That was the clone Kyle. I would never
say these things.
I love Lexi.
I think they're all saying that one. Chad Nortman's very thrifty. Very thrifty.
How
with
do you
garbage
feel
bags.
about all the clones being infatuated with your true physical human being wife?
Yeah. You ever seen the movie
That's
Us?
a lot of competition. It's a lot of competition. I can't promise that I'm the best Brad clone.
Probably
There
not.
could be a more perfected Brad Nortman clone out there somewhere.
Who probably gives a little less talk back and resistance.
Oh.
Lexi says jump. He says how high.
Wow.
Chad definitely says how high. Chad
Chad
Thad
sounds
Nortman.
very complicit. Very.
Do they all have estates?
Is there enough estates to go around?
Well, they'd be able to be taken care of by Weed Man because it is Weed Man Wednesday, and we need to make sure that you have that beautiful looking home where your lawn is a reflection of your pride and hard work with that lush green weed-free yard that's going to make those neighbors stop and stare, whether it's clone Brad or real Brad or whatever Brad. Weed Man's Lawn Care comes in handy all the time because it is kid and pet friendly, and as somebody who has a daughter and 2 dogs, I need kid and pet friendly. They came by for my first service. It was amazing. Using that golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control, a part of that game-winning plan for that yard. Get a free quote by going to weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's half off. Weedman.com. Weedman for the win. Brad does soul searching during the break. We take a deep breath, and we listen to it one more time on the way out. Be prepared to be mind blown.
Unless you're driving, I want you to close your eyes. Kyle, Brust, Nortman, that includes you. As we discussed yesterday, there might be a world where there are multiple Brad Nortmans. So once again, I put on my detective hat and I traveled to that world. Let me introduce you to Thad Nortman.
Hi, I'm Thad Nortman. I'm here to look at your finances and kick footballs very far. Do you want to listen to me uninterrupted as I give you stupid ideas? How about a universal handshake?
At least you can acknowledge they're stupid, Thad. It's nice to meet you as well. How about Chad Nortman?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Chad.
sounds
How are
soft.
you? And what are you up to today?
You have
I
a
am
soft
putting
version
garbage
of you.
bags on the windows in my bedroom.
That's great, Chad. Just like Brad.
I love Lexi.
Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing. Who's this guy? He looks sad.
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
But we just met a Chad Nortman. How many of you are there?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
This is terrifying. I got to get out of here.
My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
What's going? Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hi, this is Leanne Womack. I fell in love with country music as a child listening to my dad spin records at a radio station. I always dreamed of hearing my own songs on the radio. I set a goal and achieved it. You can do anything if you set your mind to it. Never let anyone tell you it's impossible. So if you have the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance.
This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $1,000 in cash prizes available. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a two-man scramble at TPC Sawgrass, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through March 31st. Your winter chance to play TPC Sawgrass awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft grace zone from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Are you ready to shake things up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee? All you gotta do is toss your rewards card into your favorite slots for drawing entries and a chance to be in the Roll for Riches game show. What's on the table? Oh, just $300K in cash and prizes. Play this March, and Thursday nights, you could get on a winning streak that, frankly, you deserve. Let it ride and roll for riches. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Look what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list. But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again. What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum. Modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree. What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct tax time sale, you can save big now. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. Need 4? You only pay for 2. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. Schedule your free in-home estimate or visit UniversalWindowsDirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh boy, it is that time of year where the home opener for the Milwaukee Brewers is right around the corner, and we are going to bring it all to you on ESPN Wisconsin, sponsored by Carbless. I mean, opening day in Milwaukee is one of the days that everyone remembers and experiences and excited for. So next Monday, the unofficial start to the summer, ESPN Wisconsin is all over it, sponsored by Carbless, the ready-to-drink cocktail that you know is my go-to. Live shows from inside the ballpark, special guests all day, and unmatched excitement for the crew as ESPN Wisconsin will carry every pitch of the home opener. Opening day is on ESPN Wisconsin, and you know it's sponsored by Carbless. Grab a pack today at your local grocery store and be the MVP of your tailgate as you enjoy the Brewers.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Stroh running the show here at the Hoover Law Office's One Call That's All Studios. Riley Yauk, the Yaukmeister at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison Studios. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk text line. And as always, see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, there's been a lot of discussion nationally, not as much as we used to locally, because we have Jordan Love. He's the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers trying to find his landing spot. Does he want to retire? Does he not? Where does he want to go? This, that, and the other thing. But it raised something in Kyle's brain. Jordan Love. As you look at Jordan Love coming into the Green Bay Packers, it was a mindset of rebuild, reset, revamp, whatever you wanted to say. It got off to a quicker start than anyone could have imagined. Even after the bad start, they were 3-6 with a less than 10% chance to make the playoffs, and he won an unbelievable run at the end of 2023. That being said, we always talk about Rodgers and Favre, 3 years of being starters, winning their first Super Bowl. That trend has been bucked, but has it been bucked because of Jordan Love or because of Goody and because of the way that Rodgers and Favre had teams set up to have success right away? Like, did Goody do enough for Jordan Love to be successful? 800-990-3776.
Yeah, for me, as we were talking about, Brett Favre went to Minnesota, and then Aaron Rodgers, will he be following the same footsteps? It really got me to ponder exactly the pathway they had when they became starters here in Green Bay, where we talked about the fact that Brett Favre had Sterling Sharp. Brett Favre had a roster that they ended up investing in great, uber-talented individuals that eventually led to a Super Bowl, but he came to a team that was a decent football team. And then you look at where Aaron Rodgers walked into, a football team that had veterans up and down the roster. We talk about Mark Tauscher. He was already on that football team. You guys heard of a guy named Chad Clifton? Yeah, he was on that football team. How about Donald Driver? Already on that football team, and he took over
Never heard of him.
Yeah, you never heard of him. He took over a football team that had just went to an NFC championship game. So that team was primed and ready. Then you look to Jordan Love. Jordan Love, when he took over our football team, we were rebuilding. He had a whole bunch of young wide receivers that the previous quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, really didn't like, with a Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. When I should say like, he wasn't trying to give him the ball like that, was yelling at him all the time. And then he came to a football team that did not make the playoffs the year before. And when I look at the makeup of this roster, especially the defensive side of football, I think about the fact that Jordan Love came into a terrible situation and really made it work out. And I blame Goody for the fact that we're in the position that we are now because he did not do enough to build an offense that could be primed and ready for Jordan Love to get the keys and rev it. Brett Favre walked into a good situation, right? And then you look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers basically took over a luxury car. Jordan Love took over a putt-putt vehicle. He took over a 2013 Ford Focus. And guess what? That's what I drive.
I was just going to say, it sounds like something Kyle Walsh drives.
And let me tell you, I drive too. It was cool in 2013, but in 2024, 2025, it ain't worth it. And so what I'm saying is that Goody did not do enough to put his boy, his chosen one, in a position to be successful. He gave him a whole bunch of youthful pieces on the offensive side of football, which did not set him up to be successful. So when people are sitting here pointing the finger talking about Jordan Love inconsistency, and we want to see more for Jordan Love, don't just blame Jordan Love, blame the man that created the roster around him, and that is Goody. And that's what my beef is. Jordan Love was not put in a position to be successful out the gate, and he did the most he could with the guys around him.
Well, I mean, Kyle, you're exactly right, because we could play the game and look back at the team that Brett Favre took over in the early to mid 90s and also the team that Aaron Rodgers took over in the late 2000s. We go offense, defense, and look that they had dudes at every level. They had wide receivers, they had a running back, they had a strong offensive line, they had playmakers on defense, guys that were pushing for like defensive player of the year on defense. The difference is the team that Ron Wolf gave Favre and the team that Ted Thompson gave Aaron Rodgers, they were ready. The team was already there. They just needed him to step up into it. The team that Brian Gutekunst gave Jordan Love, what was the term that he used? I want them to grow together. That is not ready. That is assuming that you are going to bring all these youthful guys, and you know that they're not there. Even the word growth, I want these guys to grow together, it insinuates they're not there. So in the same way that Favre's team early, Rodgers' team early, they were already set. It was ready to roll, ready to be competitive. Goody saying, I want these guys to grow together, to me, just says, I know they're not ready yet, but if it all works out, and boy, oh boy, I hope it works out, it's going to be beautiful. The problem is all those growth steps haven't occurred, and certainly not linear. So Jordan Love being forced in a position with other young guys, not vets, like, Ted Thompson and Ron Wolf had no problem signing and surrounding the team with, it puts Jordan Love in a tough situation, and we are automatically going to compare Love to Rodgers and Favre. If you're looking at it from this perspective, it's not quite fair to even include him in the same situation early because the teams are just not there.
800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. Liz is more asking you if you believe that Goody has done enough for Jordan Love. And here's where it gets interesting to me. Because it was all praise for Goody when Jordan Love in 2023 in the back half of the season with virtually, if you want to look at the weapons, exchange Aaron Jones for Josh Jacobs. Sure, you can do that. Aaron Jones was playing at such a high level late in that season when Jordan Love was having such a good run. He had 3 straight 100-plus yard rushing games while Jordan Love was cooking. And then obviously Jordan cooked against the Cowboys. So everyone was praising Goody and thinking, look at all these young wide receivers. So is this just revisionist history now, or do we truly just not believe that these guys who were ultimately on the same roster, we were praising Goody and Jordan Love, after 1 year, we're just saying they're not good and he's not set up for success?
Depends on the assumption you bring, because at the time the receivers were cooking, and we thought, oh my goodness.
No, they were not to start the season.
No, during the 2023 stretch that Ben's talking about,
last 8 games.
They were good. And they regressed, right? Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, all in their ways, they regress, whether it be drops or route running or just not bought in, right? Or just, escaping from game plan. The difference is you are set up for success when you have guys that don't even need to worry about taking that next step. You're not worried about them regressing, right? So that's just the difference between, the teams that Love and Rodgers had and what Love has now. I just think at that time we thought of, wow, this could be like this. We were still looking into the future. With these teams that Love and Rodgers had, you didn't even need to look into the future.
Jeff in the 920 on the Carbless Talking text line. This is all on Goody. Look at his last 4 to 5 first-round draft picks. He's gotten next to nothing out of them, and with Matty the Mouse, he's not helping.
Oh, wow, they threw the Matty the Mouse under the bus like that. And something else I'm evaluating right now, if you look at that roster that Jordan Love took over, there are only 3 players on that roster that had 3 years of experience and more. You're talking about John Runyon Jr., Elton Jenkins, and Aaron Jones. Everybody else was a first-year player, other than Jordan Love, was a first-year or second-year player in the NFL being ready to go into the third season. Just not enough experience, especially at the weapons position of the wide receiver, the tight end room. He just did not give him enough experienced weapons when you compare that to what Aaron Rodgers walked into, a Greg Jennings, a Donald Driver, right? Even a Donald Lee who had 5 touchdowns in that season. So I think it's just not fair. And then on top of that, you think about age, right? There's this fallacy that Goody talked about is it's a young man's game. Yes, it is a young man's game, but you have to have some type of savvy veterans around in order to help some of these young men develop. And that's the biggest mistake that he has made, is not bringing any veteran presence around to help these guys grow up. Think about how important Aaron Jones was to that football team last season, right? Remember what Jaden Reed talked about is how hard we block for Aaron Jones. It is important to have mentorship. It is important to have a role model. It is important to have somebody who can help you through the NFL season. Brad, even you being a rookie in the NFL, you talked about, what did Orlando Murray tell you when you played for the Carolina Panthers? What did he tell you your rookie year?
I mean, a lot of things. One thing that stands out, which I think I shared, is basically, you cannot trust the organization. You play for a city in the NFL, but you might be a lot of different places. But that, among many others, on how to handle the games and everything like that, is just the presence of veterans is just so critical to growth.
And the Packers lack that.
Well, see the texts, see the calls on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Want to get to your reaction. If you believe that Goody has done enough, I'd love to hear from you. Has Goody done enough for Jordan Love since he has become the starter for the Green Bay Packers? Speaking of a texter talking about the draft, we got an opportunity for you, football fans. Verizon is giving you the chance to win the ultimate draft experience with the Road to the Draft sweepstakes. 10 lucky winners are going to win tickets to the first day of the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay. That's going to include round-trip service from Milwaukee, hotel accommodations, plus, this is the big part here, access to the Verizon viewing zone where you're going to be taken care of like a first-round pick. Don't miss your chance to win the ultimate draft experience powered by Verizon. Hurry to select Verizon locations in Wisconsin and enter by April 13th. No purchase necessary to enter. Must be legal U.S. resident of Wisconsin or Illinois, age 21 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and details, ESPNWisconsinContests.com. We get your calls, we get your texts next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN
You're
Wisconsin.
listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Get off the bench and into the game. Score a deal with the March Mania sales event. This month at Cunis, we have high-flying new vehicle specials at your Milwaukee Metro Region dealerships in Oak Creek and Greenfield. Get huge discounts on the Buick Envista and Envision SUVs or the rugged GMC Terrain and Sierra. Thinking pre-owned? Visit our website for a slam dunk deal on one of our 10 pre-owned super specials. Plus, our service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes are nothing but net.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear lifetime powertrain warranty included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Embrace March Mania and score a deal this month at Cunis. Start your search online at CunisBuickGMC.com.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet?
RV wins!
Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach?
RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's
That's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
Hey guys, it's Jen. If you're looking for the experts in home additions, remodeling, and construction projects, then look no further than my friends Mike and Michelle at PCI in Waukesha. Professional Construction Inc.'s priorities are family, relationships, investing in their community, and doing exceptional work on all of your construction needs. So if you're looking around your place and wondering, how could I update this space? Contact my friends Mike and Michelle at PCI. If you want more information, you can visit their website, professionalconstructioninc.com. That's professionalconstructioninc.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Weed Man Wednesday. Weed Man for the win.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. List is more. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Asking you if you believe Goody's done enough for Jordan Love. Kyle claims Favre had it easier. Rodgers has it easier. And Jordan Love came in, and Goody just kept getting younger and younger and younger. What do you think? Rick and Pewaukee, you're up on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Hey, guys, hear me out on this. I blame the coaches. If guys aren't catching the football and dropping it like they are, my dad used to say, I'll give you the best seat in the house and sit right next to me on the bench, and then go with Heath, and I keep forgetting the name of the fifth receiver they have.
Bo Melton.
But I would play those two guys. I mean, are we at an age where you can't bench a guy for dropping the football?
Honestly, Rick, unfortunately, we kind of are, because these Gen Zs, we have one on our show every day. It's Alex Stroh running the show, Rick. They sensitive.
Very, very sensitive.
They don't know how to take critical feedback.
Romeo Dobbs didn't even show up to work. He wasn't happy with his game, and he got targets, and he didn't even show up to work. So,
what would your dad do if that happened?
I can't say.
He dropped the call.
Oh no, he's still there.
Oh, Rick, what was his name?
Yeah,
Rick.
still there.
Rick, what would your dad say if Romeo Dobbs just didn't show up? Like, he's just like, no, since you want to bench me, Rick, you know what? I'll see you later.
Yeah, well, then you got to move on from him. Then you got to see what you can get for him.
I like that.
Send a message.
Yeah,
you're a good producer. Why are you a good producer?
He didn't mean to hit that.
You know, my follow-up thought is, if we agree, I agree with you, Kyle. I don't think Goody has given Jordan Love enough to be able to be a quarterback like Favre or Rodgers. Should we give him more time then before we evaluate him?
No.
And before we we need a Super Bowl.
Talking about Jordan Love.
Yeah,
Jordan Love deserves more time. I'm telling y'all this right now. Jordan Love is really good.
So we shouldn't be as hard on him in like year 3 coming up here.
Year 3 is a big year, but the problem is that he doesn't have.
He's building excuses on March 26th.
Look at the Super Bowl rosters that Brett Favre had. Look at the Super Bowl roster that Aaron Rodgers had. You had at least some type of, not just defensive MVP caliber players. You had Hall of Fame caliber players. You show me a defensive MVP, an offensive MVP, or a Hall of Fame caliber player around Jordan Love. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Well, let's hear from Don here on the Talking Text line. Unlike Ron Wolf, who took big risk in free agency, Strofe and I know all about that. And if you listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, you're going to hear Chewy mention how Ron Wolf would have done this. Goody doesn't do that. Goody is the draft and develop centric and under 30 philosophy. This system only works if you get most of your draft picks at the right time. Apparently, he has failed in this. He has painted himself in a corner and keeps investing on the youth. The problem is he's running out of time. Is he? Is he running out of time?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's on the hot seat whatsoever.
They made the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yeah, not to mention, if we're talking about the draft and develop system, I would say he wears most of the blame, but we're talking about the coaches. How do we know where the blame is? Like LVN, for instance. Okay, that was it's a bad draft pick right now as we're looking at it.
I can look at LVN and we can look at Rashawn Gary and we can say that there's a theme, right? those two guys were never productive guys at their position in college.
They both were
they came in as guys. And Rashawn Gary, to his credit, did play well. Maybe they overpaid him, right? There were stretches. But after the ACL, did they re-sign him after the ACL?
Yes, it was. It was the season he came back off the ACL.
Wild. He had only like one stretch of like it was like a 3-sack game, and then like he never could string together consistency.
Goody said, "Look what I did. Look at my little protege.
He just loves his guys."
No, yeah, he's
his guys.
He's a me guy, and it's unfortunate for the Green Bay Packers. And again, I just looking at the first season Aaron Rodgers took over, which was a 6-10 season. It was not a playoff season. It was not a winning season, but he still had 2 wide receivers on that roster that had 1,000 yards.
Well, and Jay Finn chimes in. I just want to make this very clear. Is the goal to make the playoffs or to win a Super Bowl? When we're talking about if Brian Gutekunst is on the hot seat, we're not saying in this scenario what we think he is. It's the idea of Mark Murphy being his boss, Mark Murphy retiring, Ed Policy coming in, and if we know anything about the Packer way, Ed Policy's been a part of the Packer way.
Goody told you. Goody said, hey, we've been doing this for the last how many years? And we're talking about the way we evaluate, the way we draft.
30 years.
We've been doing this for 30 years. Ed Policy.
Guess who Mark Murphy's been grooming probably for the last 10 years? Ed Policy. So to think that Ed Policy is going to come in and be like, you know what? That's 2 years in a row that you were 7 seed and got knocked out. Let's say they make the playoffs again and don't make a deep run. I need more. That's not the Packer way. They're making money. If they make the playoffs again, they're not going to be like, yep, Goody, you're on the hot seat. It's just going to be frustration for fans over and over and over again, but the front office is still going to feel like they're doing what they need to do every year to make a team competitive and put butts in seats.
Not only it's because the way the NFL is structured, but the way the Packers are structured, I would say between Love, LaFleur, and Goody is among the safest of any of them. And if things start going south, he'll be the last one fired. They're going to replace the coach and they're going to replace the quarterback before the GM
you think they
goes.
replaced the quarterback before the general manager?
Yes.
I mean, that was his guy.
But the hard part, the reason why I think I'm with Kyle here is he picked Jordan Love. So if Jordan Love doesn't work out, they're probably out around the same time.
You have to remember about the whole organizational structure of the Packers, right? I mean, the front office people have a bit of safety. The GM doesn't change over that much. Now, I know the quarterback doesn't
only
because
one
of
time
unbelievable
that I can recall.
Yeah, unbelievable success from Favre and Rodgers. But if Love struggles and they don't make the playoffs, let's say the next 2 years, I don't think they're saying, Brian Gutekunst.
It's such a weird spot because all three of those guys have some things that can keep them safe. Jordan Love, the flash that he had, the good season that he had last year.
It's hard to find a good quarterback.
The youth, and obviously you signed him as a franchise quarterback. And it's hard to find a quarterback. For Matt LaFleur, his regular season record is so hard to find, which makes sure that you get in the playoffs. 3-5 in the playoffs is not good enough. But at the same time, if you have a guy like that, you can't guarantee that if you get rid of a coach like Matt LaFleur, they're going to find somebody better. And for Goody, it's the organization and the fact that they made the playoffs last 2 years. He'd have to miss it twice before they think about moving on from him.
They all have benefits and they all have negatives.
No, I'll put it this way. Jordan Love, if he is not successful, it is not because Jordan Love did not put in the work. It is because the guy who was meant to build the roster did not put enough talent around him. Talent matters in the NFL. Jalen Hurts is a good NFL quarterback, but Jalen Hurts has weapons around him. He had the best running back in the NFL, 2 really good wide receivers with them on the outside there. Like, they have a really good football team that they built. That allows for championships. Pat Mahomes, he is special, but he has a great play caller, and they have a winning culture and formula that they have there. And so you have to give guys weapons. You know why Lamar Jackson hasn't won a Super Bowl? It's not because Lamar Jackson ain't great. It's because they keep throwing bums out there for him to throw the football to. You give him A.J. Brown. You give him Devontae Smith. You give him that type of weapon, that team wins the Super Bowl last year.
I hear you, but with that, he was also able to have his best passing season of all time.
But he does. Yeah. He has scrubs at wide. Zay Flowers, that's it. And Zay was nicked up this year.
He was really good until he got hurt at the end of the season.
But again,
not nicked up.
Zay versus Devontae versus A.J. Brown. Come on now, you give.
He's in his second year. Slow down on Zay.
You love you some Zay, I guess. But my whole point, I'm not saying he's bad, but what I'm saying is, if you give him the amount of weapons that Jalen Hurts has, he wins the Super Bowl.
Of course, you insert Jordan Love to the Eagles, they're likely winning a Super Bowl.
But that's my whole point: is that we just need to get better players. When's the last time we had a 1,000-yard receiver?
Since Devontae.
We was wearing masks. Get down. The world has changed. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have not had a 1,000-yard wide receiver in multiple seasons. That is completely unacceptable, and that falls on the shoulders of Goody. He has not given this football team a wide receiver threat that can be a true number one. That is not Jordan Love's fault. That is not Aaron Rodgers' fault. That is not Matt LaFleur's fault. That is absolutely Goody's fault.
In the next 6 years, will all three of those guys be a part of the Green Bay Packers? Goody, LaFleur, Love.
Oof. I mean, 6 years is a long time.
Will Strofe have a kid? Will all three of those guys be on the Green Bay Packers franchise in the building?
I think Strofe's more likely to have a kid than one of those guys leave. I think they're all there.
Seriously, in 6 years, all three of them are going to be there.
Well,
that means they won a championship.
Yeah, I think they will.
Wow.
I think they'll win a championship in 6 years.
So is the poll question, or I guess two can happen. Strofe's going to have a kid in 6 years, and the Packers are going to win a championship in 6 years. A lot's going to happen in 6 years.
I'll tell you what will remain the same, though, for you in 6 years. It is 0% interest for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. 72 months, 6 years. Think into the future, 6 years. 2031, hard to even wrap my head around. Maybe even some clone Brads will be walking around at that time. When it comes to it, though, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is offering this unbelievable offer that is 6 years worth of 0% interest to enjoy brand new Pella windows, Pella doors that are customizable. They're beautiful. They're durable. They're going to increase your home value from the inside out and look beautiful from the outside in. Nothing says Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin like the change that can occur in your home, but also the deal of 0% interest for 6 years. You got to hustle, though, KBN Nation. Deal ends on March 31st. That's only 5 days from now. So you got to take advantage of your free consultation now with PellaWindowsAndDoors.com. PellaWI.com.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Walls, Brad Nortman, Alex Stroford on the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. Brad, put something in our pre-show meeting sheet that I have not even discussed out loud yet with him, but I have to talk about it because there's a flaw in his thinking. Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait.
What?
Wait. My mind is
unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
What did I say?
Unacceptable.
My mouth and brain
unacceptable.
Are like not
unacceptable.
Right
what did I say?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Can almost hear the grills coming out of hibernation.
Time to take off those covers, make those grocery lists, and oil that mitt. Opening day on ESPN Milwaukee is right around the corner. Sponsored by Carbliss, ready-to-drink cocktails. Tune in all day long on March 31st for Jen, Gabe, and Chewy live from the warning track at AmFam Field, and even catch the Brewers game right here on 94.5 ESPN starting at 1:10. It's opening day on ESPN Milwaukee, sponsored by Carbliss.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some great news from my friends at Bank 5-9. For a limited time, you can earn as much as 4.8% on one of their CD specials. With 9, 17, and 25-month options, you're sure to find a CD that fits your needs while you earn a great return. It's simply another way Bank 5-9 is making lives better in our communities. Hurry, these high rates won't last long. Check out bank59.com/CD for more details. Member FDIC.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
Football fans, Verizon is giving you the chance to win the ultimate draft experience with the Road to the Draft sweepstakes. 10 lucky winners will win tickets to the first day of the 2025 draft in Green Bay, including round-trip car service from Milwaukee, hotel accommodations, plus access to the Verizon viewing zone. Don't miss your chance to win the ultimate draft experience powered by Verizon. Hurry to select Wisconsin Verizon locations to enter by April 13th. No purchase necessary to enter. Must be legal U.S. resident of Wisconsin or Illinois, age 21 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit www.espnwisconsincontest.com.
Hey, ready to sweeten your game? It's time for Quick Trip's Nature's Touch Ice Cream. Ooh, making moves like the starting lineup of a championship team. Whether you're gearing up for the big game, celebrating a win, or just looking for a sweet break in the action. Chocolate, vanilla, cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip, and more. Yeah, there's no such thing as a bad pick. So why wait? Flavor doesn't scoop itself. Get your hands on your winning Nature's Touch Ice Cream flavor today. Only at Quick Trip.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend. Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production. Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris celebrate the life and legacy of Junior Bridgman with Dr. Lloyd Walton and Paul Pressey. Find Here District now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's pretend it's love and never, never, never stop for anyone. Tonight, let's get some.
Big event coming on March 29th.
Cannot wait, baby.
It's just about go time. That's Saturday. It's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live, and it is back. That's Saturday, March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Antetokounmpo for a live show that is going to entertain fans like no other. Last year, TA surprised the MVP. That's his brother, Giannis, with a surprise appearance from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, so you never know what Thanasis has planned for 2025. So far announced, Kyle Kuzma, Brooke Lopez,
Splash,
Mr. Bucks and Six himself, Brandon Jennings.
Love it.
And, of course, TA will be there. And, again, you never know what will come. That's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live at Potawatomi Casino Hotel this Saturday, March 29th, beginning at 7 p.m. Check the website, taliveshow.com. That's taliveshow.com. Also supported by the Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's.
I love the food we had last year, too.
Of course. The first thing...
The food was dope.
TA Live Show.
The show was fantastic.
.com is a great show.
The show was fantastic.
And the food is obviously good. We know that at Potawatomi, but the most important thing is that since you're free food loving bottom.
I love the food, and the show was actually, I'm not gonna lie, I expect it to be really good, but the show was incredible.
Of
course. Like it was incredible. All the players got into it as well. It's just fun. It's really exclusive, so make sure you get your tickets at liveshow.com.
You can't recreate that kind of environment. You just can't.
Did you know that tomorrow in 24 hours, the Brewers will likely be in the second or third or fourth inning, depending on how fast the game goes?
It's be all giddy inside.
What time is first pitch?
It says 2 o'clock on ESPN, but probably 2:07-ish.
2:07.
Good.
I read here, it's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Brad wrote something. Need to discuss Brewers bets for 2025. I'm guessing he meant trailing Kyle for the division championship.
I'm assuming he meant tailing?
He told him it's tail, not trail.
Trail makes more sense, though, because he's blazing
the
a trail.
I
I'm
get
just
it.
walking right behind him.
No. You're following, like, the
tail. I get that, too. I am blazing the trail, though, baby. I'm blazing the trail.
Tail is at the back of animals.
Yes.
It's following the body.
But the tail tail, it makes me feel like I'm too close to the tail. I don't want to be too close to the tail.
Get off my
I
bumper.
don't want to be too close to
We don't
Kyle's
want no
tail.
human centipede action.
No, we
assume.
don't.
I gotcha.
All right, Brad. So you usually have to converse with I Love Lexi, which one of your colognes also loves.
Colognes?
Clones?
Clones.
Did you say cologne?
He did.
I don't know if I did.
I
or
love
did.
Lexi. I love Lexi. I love Lexi.
I'm just.
I almost want you guys to close your eyes and have me say I love Lexi, and then have AI Brad say I love Lexi, and see who it is.
Kyle just got in my ear and said, Ben really said cologne.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind I said cologne.
I thought
I
you were
love
being
Lexi.
funny.
I love Lexi.
I ain't being phony, Kyle.
I thought he was being funny. Like, that's clever.
Hey,
He
say
said-
frustrated.
Oh,
Frustrated.
Yeah, look how hard
Kyle?
it was for you to
Nah,
say
I like
the
saying frustrated, baby. Bumps to R.
National League Central Division winner. Usually, when Brad has to take money out, he has to run it by the first lady of the Nortman estate.
sure do.
I love Lexi.
Right now, the Brewers are plus 325 to win the division, only behind the Cubs that were minus 110 not too long ago. But they're minus 115. They're even more favored after they lost 2 opening games in Japan. They're 0-2 to start the year.
Yeah, see, I'm not worried about the Craig Counsell Cubs. I'm not worried about them. I mean, look at the Brewers' history. Look who they got coming back. Look at the feisty Pat Murphy's year 2 of it. I'm here for it. I don't see how they don't win the division.
20
and
to
I'm
win
here for it.
65, 40 to win 130,
Ooh.
100 to win around 330.
100 win 330.
200 to win 650.
Wow. Okay, now it's getting pretty steep of a
That
bet
is-
there.
that is-
but
that is
I tell you what, though, that's as if I need more reason to watch the Brewers. I look at that and say, NL Central champs. Let's freaking go. I got it. I mean, we're gonna be at Pato tomorrow. And I think I have such a level of confidence because Kyle's the one that inspired me with this bet. Now, I know Kyle's betting track record has not been good lately.
Just lately. That's college basketball. We
So I
talking
need you to bring
baseball.
this curse to the Milwaukee Brewers. But
I would
Kyle, are
be
you
upset.
placing a bet tomorrow for the Milwaukee
Who
Brewers?
is the
I am.
opening day starter for the Milwaukee Brewers?
Ooh, Freddie Peralta.
Glad you had that one.
Ooh,
I mean, that's
yes, sir.
an easy one.
Who is the
Fastball.
opening day catcher?
Ooh, let's do this. William Contreras.
All right, I'm
He
starting
know
them
his
easy.
team now.
I do. I know them better this year.
Who is the opening day first baseman?
Is that Reese Hoskins still?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Keep
go,
cooking.
baby. I know
Keep
my bro.
cooking.
Keep going.
Who
Keep
is the
going.
opening day third baseman?
Ooh,
This is
no,
tough.
No, don't. I want this on my own now. My own man.
This one's tough.
This is really tough.
It's tough. Brad, he wasn't on the roster last year. It's tough.
I don't know.
There we go. There we go.
No, he sent you. This guy made the roster.
Wait.
He was unexpected to make the roster.
Real question though. I know that it was Adames at shortstop. I don't know who shortstop is this year. Who's shortstop?
It was the third baseman from last year.
His name is.
Wait, he's starting at third base. I thought it was going to be Victor starting.
No.
at third.
You're
the third
not
baseman
following.
last year is
Third baseman
starting at
last year is at shortstop.
Oh.
Listening is a skill.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna
That comes
know it
from
when
Ben.
I
Wow.
hear it. I
Of
know
course.
it's
Oh, I'm
Turang
gonna.
at second.
I'll know where I'm at once I get there.
He has the same last name as Big Papi.
Do you know Big Poppy's last name?
I'm blanking right now.
Oh my God! Don't tail Brad or trail Brad.
Voorhees.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what rhymes with
Ortiz.
Oh yeah.
What's his first name?
What is his first name? I don't know.
Same guy from Friends.
Joey Ortiz.
There it is.
Joey,
See?
silly
See?
Joey Ortiz.
Silly Joey.
I know
Silly
Joey
Joey.
Ortiz. I was messing with you guys. I know Joey Ortiz.
So do you feel good about your win division?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good.
He should feel good.
Who are the other three starters right now?
Who? Woodruff?
He's
Out right now.
I'm gonna say, is he coming back?
He's not even coming back.
I
this
thought he
year?
threw.
He threw,
He
but
has
he's
been.
not in
I
the
don't know if he-
rotation.
Yeah, day one.
Savale.
Hey!
Savale.
And then remember, they just acquired one
That's not going to help me.
from the Yankees.
That's not going to help me.
Oh, you probably don't know this guy.
Nasty Nestor.
Nasty Nestor?
Yeah, his first name's Nasty. His last name's Nestor.
His first name's not.
Nestor Cortez.
Nestor Cortez. I wouldn't have got that
Hey,
one.
Brad, you know who's starting in right field?
Right field. Salvatore
Salvatore,
Freeland.
we're back, baby.
I couldn't forget that guy.
Hey, 370 in spring training, 2 home runs.
What about Jackson?
Added 15 pounds of muscle.
What about Jackson?
469 average in spring training.
469.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that bet's going up.
Listen, I'm telling you this right now.
Yelly's healthy?
Yes, he is so far. This is what I believe.
Keyword so far.
Yes.
He'll be our DH though, so no fielding injuries.
Because Garrett Mitchell.
Oh, Garrett Mitchell.
Well, Jackson's starting
He's like, I love my bed. I'm learning about the player.
Of course.
But this is my whole point, though. This Milwaukee Brewers baseball team returns a lot of the talent that they had from last season, right? Now, if pitching can be consistent and once they eventually get healthy, then the Milwaukee Brewers should be cooking. But this roster is basically the same. We're seeing, you talk about the Green Bay Packers seeing young guys grow and develop. Well, the Milwaukee Brewers saw their young guys grow and develop in front of our eyes last year, and now you're going to hopefully get a healthy Garrett Mitchell as well. You're going to have Salvatore hopefully be healthy this year. I just feel very good about where this Milwaukee Brewers team is going. That's why I think the division is definitely in our sights.
It definitely is. And in 2 minutes, there was some big news that dropped for the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard has a blood clot. That is the second time this year someone's season has ended because of that. Victor Wembanyama. Obviously, Chris Bosh of the Miami Heat. His career ended because of blood clots. So something very serious. And it's serious, but there is a basketball component that is completely just heartbreaking. I don't know what the word is. Like, I just feel like here we go again.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Every March, April. Even in the same year, we're hearing Giannis say, I want to play and make sure that I need to be healthy in the playoffs. Well, right now, Giannis is trending that way, but the other guy he needs, Dame, is not. In 2 minutes, what does this mean for the Milwaukee Bucks?
Let's go!
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $1,000 in cash prizes available. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellerson, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a two-man scramble at TPC Sawgrass, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through March 31st. Your winter chance to play TPC Sawgrass awaits. wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com.
Are you ready to shake things up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee? All you gotta do is toss your rewards card into your favorite slots for drawing entries and a chance to be in the Roll for Riches game show. What's on the table? Oh, just $300K in cash and prizes. Play this March, and Thursday nights, you could get on a winning streak that, frankly, you deserve. Let it ride and Roll for Riches. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources today. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org. Paid for by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside Packer backer Kyle Wallace, Super Bowl 50 runner-up, second place Brad Nortman. And you, KBN Nation, as always, on the Carbless Talk and text line, 800-990-3776.
Can I just interrupt? I don't know what I would do. Russell Wilson got $21 million. Like, what do people do with all this money? $21 million for 17 games and 6 months of your time?
And it's pretty wild.
Why is this the contract that you're like?
Russell, think Russell's done.
Think about what Jordan Love got a $75 million signing bonus.
Bro, he went from wealthy to ridiculous. $75 million. What do you do?
What's crazy too is
you have an estate.
You got more than a state.
You got estates in a neighborhood.
And a real yacht.
A real yacht.
Not a Brad-sized yacht.
What's crazy, too,
or
is...
a pontoon boat.
Hey, why you got to throw me on the bus? I'm just doing the best I can. I'm a hard-working American.
I'll tell you what, too, when guys... You get paid over the course of 17 weeks, right? So it's not like us that gets paid over 52 weeks. So when I was in Carolina, it was after every game Monday, so you got 17 checks. In Jacksonville, it was 9 checks, right? So it was every other week. So you just get a big amount every other week. Man, guys would spend money when that hit in there. There would be guys that would get it during the season.
I love Brad football stories.
And then
Brad Nortman, former Carolina Panther, Jacksonville Jaguars punter, telling us what to do or what people do when they actually get money that we can't dream of.
There would be guys that are getting 6 figures every week or every other week. Well into the 6 figures, right? Maybe even
7.
7.
Why wouldn't there be some 7-figure people?
Well, there's taxes and things like that.
Not in Jacksonville.
Not in Jacksonville.
Only
that's
federal,
true.
I guess.
But there would be guys that make a lot of money and they just recklessly spend, especially when the season's over, when they can finally let loose and travel and go get all the things. People go into all the stores. You go, I'm going to go get a Tesla. I'm going to go to whatever. And then you get to training camp the next year. And guys are like, I need the season to start because I need week 1 week 1 to arrive because I'm a little illiquid and I need some cash.
It was crazy. Went away fast. Who knew you could spend $10 million so easily?
Dude, I had a teammate that had 24 cars.
Come on now.
24 cars?
He kept them in
what city?
It played for the Jaguars. He kept them in an airplane hangar in Alabama.
What?
Yeah. He had multiple. I guess I should say it.
Yeah, you can.
Marcel Darius.
Oh, yeah, D lineman.
Yeah,
D tackle.
And he had chains that were $100,000 plus.
See, I would have that.
The thing that was crazy were watches. I thought a Rolex at I don't know how much a Rolex goes for, but there are watches that are $150,000. I'm like, what are we doing? But yeah, Marcel Darius would have he had a black Porsche. In a white Porsche.
I hope Marcel Darius probably sold those now.
He did all right in his career, and worst case, he has those cars to sell. He made over $87 million in the NFL.
Damn.
He sounded like he spent a lot of it, too. He was probably one talking about, boy, I need that check to come. Gotta put gas in my 24 cars.
But didn't you get a signing bonus, or not a sign, showing up to OTAs and minicamp?
Well, so if you work that into your contract, yes, you can get a bonus. But for most guys, I don't know. If you're a big, starter and second and third contract, it might be Jair Alexander's was $750K,
and he didn't show up.
I know, and that's among
just chump change to him.
That's among the highest,
bro. Oh my God!
If I was his
$750,000 just to show up for what a week.
And honestly,
to walk through, to be hurt.
Kyle's so flabbergasted his headphones fell off.
And this is why, when Rodgers didn't show up or when guys show up, dude, OTAs are the easiest thing. It's 4 days a week. You're there for 2 hours a day.
Oh.
Now, when you actually start practicing, then it's 8 a.m. to 1:30, but 4 days a week.
What did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do during training camp?
OTA, dude. When they're walking through installs of offense and defensive
you're not
scheme.
running because you're afraid people are going to get hurt. You're just doing your lift.
I'm not asking about them. I'm asking about you specifically. What did you do?
When they were doing all this.
So training camp was always my time to binge TV shows.
Excuse me?
I watched all of Lost one year.
In the building?
Isn't Lost 48 seasons?
No, Lost is 6.
Not worried about that.
Well, okay,
in the building.
Thinking of Survivor.
Well, for Carolina, we would go to Wofford College. I believe it's Wofford College.
Oh yeah.
And so I'd show up for the team meeting. Get breakfast at 7. So I'd chat with people and have coffee and breakfast, and everyone else is gearing up.
It's a great day. It's a great day.
Everyone's gearing up to practice in 90 degrees temperatures.
Fellas ready?
And I would
hot one today.
I would almost never punt back-to-back days because, it's like a pitcher's arm. You can't wear it out. So, like, if I punted, I'm good for, 48 hours. I'm, just hanging out, have coffee, talked with all the folks. Oh, what are we doing for practice? Go to team meeting at 8, special teams meeting at 8:30, but then at 9 o'clock, everyone breaks into, offense, defense, or whatever. I'd have a good 2.5 hours where I'd have anything to do.
What does your special teams coach do?
He'd watch his film and does game planning and stuff. But
why did he do it with you?
What am I going to watch on kickoff return? I mean, I can't add any value to that. So, me and Graham and JJ, we'd go, sometimes we'd play cards. JJ and I would talk finance. I would go watch TV shows. Then I'd come back, usually for, a lunch, right? We have practice in the afternoon.
What do you mean, we?
More meetings.
What do you mean we and all this?
And practice.
They had practice.
They had practice. Sometimes I would practice. If I practiced, it would be one period of punt. It's 10 minutes long.
I don't have snot fly my damn nose.
I'd probably punt. If we're rapid firing it, the thing is I'd usually have a camp leg too. So there's usually a rookie who's there who's just trying to allow me to not take so many reps.
Okay, he was also trying to take your job. Let's not.
Yeah, but that wasn't a risk until I got cut, and that actually happened.
I bet you were devastated when you got cut. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All this cushy life is over.
It was a shock. I thought I was going to get signed again, but that didn't happen either. But yeah, I'd punt.
Shouldn't have been watching all them TV shows.
What more am I supposed to do?
But he would leave the place.
Their
and watch
loss is our gain, fellas.
Yeah, that's right. Look at me now.
He seemingly was a really great individual, but he just never was around.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. No specialists are around.
I'm still really hung up on. Okay, so during a training camp practice, there was a 10-minute period where you are punting.
Yes, and before that,
training camp practices are typically 90 to 120 minutes?
Yeah.
What about the other 80 to 110 minutes?
I would sit and talk with the specialists, watch practice.
Dude, are you the luckiest man alive?
What did we say to Brian Balaga when he brought up specialists?
I asked him. I said, what did you think of do you have a name for the specialist? Because I was asking him do they call the offensive line a nickname or something? Because I was calling
and what
him
did he say?
Said I just looked at them and they were just the luckiest people alive.
We were the luckiest people alive. It was the best job in the world. And punter specifically, because kickers got game-winning field goals on their hands. Punters, I mean, most people don't know what a good punt and a bad punt looks like.
My son, Lord blesses me with one if he does, will be going to the Brad Nortman estate for kicking.
Bring him on over.
All the time.
Not kicking, punting.
Punting specific. Don't kick no field goals. We want to punt.
Yeah.
Get me out this hellhole.
And then on practices I didn't punt, I would wear tennis shoes to practice.
Right.
I wouldn't even wear cleats. I'd wear tennis shoes. Maybe I'd hold.
I want to punch him.
I don't know why I'm not running.
It's called jealousy.
Can you believe we work hard? Brett, you work harder now than what you did in the NFL.
Yes.
And you make a lot less.
Were you just about to say you don't even work that hard? Is that what you're about to say?
I mean, if we're going to talk about clocking in and out, but when I'm here, right, boys?
Don't not be slaving. Been to, he slaves.
It was a good life.
Yeah.
This is great. I mean, look.
It was great.
I hold no ill will. I think Ben does. Yeah.
You had your chance, Ben.
I sucked.
You had your chance.
Just a short, stubby white guy.
The thing that's actually the most irritating about him is he's the smartest guy on this panel.
I know I
Yeah,
am.
he is. He is. He's intelligent.
A lot of time to read.
Yeah, I know. I have a ton of time to
Your
read.
humor stinks. Your humor sucks.
Hey,
100% of his humor is like 20% dad jokes, 70% crappy movie references, and 10% jokes that don't land.
I do have a question for you.
That's why I'm funny.
Could you not have been TJ McConnell?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah?
Nah. It's a long story.
What do you mean it's a long story?
It's a sob story over beers.
He's a short white guy,
He's
right?
a point guard. I'm a short, stubby shooting guard.
Oh, but you can't play,
like
defense?
Steph Curry.
I can kind of play defense, but I'm also short arms, not tall, not long.
Bo was trying to tell you, bro, this is going to be the height of your life and your career.
No, he didn't have to tell me that. I already knew. And then when I went to Summer League and Giannis was there, I was like, all right, this has been fun.
Didn't Jason Kidd put you at point guard?
Yeah, he didn't know I was a shooting guard.
Jason Kidd, a point guard himself, put you at point guard?
Couldn't coach you up?
He goes, you're a point guard. You know how to come off ball screens.
And you're not going to say no to that, right?
No, I was like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Extra throwback, hit the post. Yeah.
So he was, and he is still a head coach in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even know his personnel.
That's why he traded Luke.
That's why John Hammond's my guy. He saw something in me that Jason Kidd didn't. John Hammond, who drafted Giannis, saw potential in me to be a Milwaukee Buck.
No, I think he saw a local kid.
We need to start installing once a week back in the day stories from Brad and Ben.
Oh,
those are good.
I bet you guys got plenty. I mean, especially you, Brad, because you actually had a professional career. No offense, Ben.
Mine are probably a little bit more relatable because people know more of the characters that I would tell stories about, and Frank Kaminsky, Sam Decker, Josh Gosser, local teammates, and Bo Ryan, a legend in the state. Brad's just a legend in the bank trying to become a legend in the state.
Is Bo Ryan going to be at your wedding?
He's invited.
We should do my joke from the other day to Bo. How do you know Ben?
You should.
What
That
do you
is
think
the
Bo
one.
would say to that? You get like.
He'll probably smile, right?
Oh, he'd love it. He'd be like, well, I was the old coach.
The old ball
I was the old ball coach, young man. Something like that.
What's your name?
You'll make him
do it. Do it. Do it.
Really?
This one you so should do.
Okay.
Not Kaminsky, not Gosser, because I want them in on it to see Bo's reaction. This is one of the greatest ideas you've ever had.
I would purposely time my next cocktail for the next time Bo went to the bar.
You have to drink pretty quick.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Bo.
Throw him under the bus.
Okay.
So I'd get in line behind him, and I'd just start doing, me, I'm a little eccentric. So
A little?
Yeah, a little bit. And so I'd go, how you doing, man? How do you know Ben? Just like that.
Man. Hey, man.
No. Actually,
Are you an uncle?
I think he might then think you're just little buzzed up. You got to be super professional. Pretend, you got to be like.
I'm so happy for Ben and his fiance, now wife, I guess at that point. I'm so happy for Ben.
How do you know the happy couple?
How do you know the happy couple? What's your relationship? One of the uncles? Grandpa?
Yes.
Grandpa.
Yes. I love this.
I want to see it.
I know. I'll do that.
Grab us.
For real, let me be in the sun. Me and Brad
I want to
be
be within
laughing.
10 feet.
Are you going to put us at the same table so we can plan the set together?
Oh, I got to work on tables next.
What?
That's not easy.
I love tables.
We asked you Friday.
It's like a puzzle piece.
Oh, wow.
We asked you Friday if you figured out your wedding colors for you and the groomsmen.
We've discussed that.
Oh, you have?
Glad we
And
can
I'm keeping a surprise.
That's fine. But you have it finalized?
Well, we know what colors. Hear Brad out next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick on the cha-cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. Big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Most of the interstate is looking pretty good so far. 43 northbound is slowing down just briefly between North Avenue and Keith. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, isolated showers late, a low of 36. On Thursday, those isolated showers lingering, then mostly cloudy skies, a high of 53. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9A to 9P daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Can almost hear the grills coming out of hibernation.
Time to take off those covers, make those grocery lists, and oil that mitt. Opening day on ESPN Milwaukee is right around the corner. Sponsored by Carbliss, ready-to-drink cocktails. Tune in all day long on March 31st for Jen, Gabe, and Chewy live from the warning track at AmFam Field, and even catch the Brewers game right here on 94.5 ESPN starting at 1:10. It's opening day on ESPN Milwaukee, sponsored by Carbliss.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. The tax time sale is going on now, and they'll make your wallet even happier by paying no interest until 2030. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love of my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
Some road trips are about the journey, others are where they take you. And sometimes, the best destinations are just across the Wisconsin border. There you'll find Higher Love stands out with the largest selection of products at an unbeatable value, making every trip worth it. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee, Higher Love in Menominee is closer than you think. Come see why they are voted best in Michigan. Also find them in Ironwood or any of their 9 UP locations. Start your trip at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Oh my gosh, Allie, did you look at Janet's roof? Ugh, it's like so flat. It looks like one of those roofing contractor commercials.
Who even understands those roofing guys anyways?
I like flat roofs and I cannot lie. You other contractors can't deny. TPO way up high. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
If you want a roof that's worth staring at, Avondale Roofing is where you go. Your roofing experts for over 30 years. AvondaleRoofing.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
It's a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle Bruston Northman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weed Man for the win.
What do you say we give away a 4-pack to what's on the break screen right now? Call they ass out. Great job, production crew. Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram.
Dang.
Alex Strofe running the show.
That's how they're going to
Riley Yalkin, Madison, and Kyle Bruston Ortman giving away a 4-pack to Thanalysis Live on March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join TA for a live show that's going to entertain fans like none other. You heard Kyle talk about he had high expectations, and next thing you know, boom, it exceeded those expectations. Giannis Antetokounmpo was there with a surprise appearance from ESPN Stephen A. Smith, so you never know what you're going to get. We did caller 43. We did caller 34. Should we do caller 250 for the amount of points that LeBron James said Giannis would score in the 1970s?
No, we can't do caller 0 for Dame. No, we can't. It's just a thought out loud. Not a good one.
Caller 1 for the one championship Giannis will win as a Buck.
Oh.
Hey, whoa.
Does anyone disagree? Too soon.
It is
too soon. Too soon, especially while promoting Thanalysis Live.
Oh, send it to TA.
Send it to TA.
Send that to Thanasis.
All right, let's go caller 14 for a 4-pack. 800-990-3776. This is all thanks to the team at McDonald's that you have a chance to be caller number 14 for TA's live show. It's TALiveshow.com if you don't win the tickets. TALiveshow.com. It's going to be a blast. We're all going to be there. Kyle made sure he's going to be there. And if you don't win tickets, again, TALiveshow.com. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Carbless, featuring Brandon Jennings and surprise guests, supported by Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's. So caller 14, 800-990-3776 for a 4-pack of Thanalysis Live tickets.
Great weekend event.
It's time to hear Brad out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, KBN Nation, and if you are listening to hear Brad out, you know I need to tell you the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776 because every time he's done a Hear Brad Out the last 3 weeks, it has blown up in your face. and I'm rooting for it to blow up in your face again. So without further ado, dun, 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 dun. All right, guys.
You want it to blow up in my face, but I'm telling you this week, you are all going to agree with me on this one. I've solved the Packers wide receiver 1 problem.
Oh, wow. Let me hear it.
You interested?
Sure. I mean, Goody needs it.
Here it is. The Packers are going to, well, they're not going to, but they should, and they still might, trade a 3rd-round draft pick for Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk is quietly whispering on the trading block. The Browns have already inquired. The San Francisco 49ers are looking to maybe dangle him out there if any team is willing to bite. Here's why. The 49ers, they're basically shedding contracts. They did it with a bunch of other defensive starters. They're kind of doing it across the board. And he is one of them who they extended last year. Now, they're doing this, but one of the head coach, he doesn't want it to happen, right? Kyle Shanahan, when they almost traded him last year, when he was holding out to the Pittsburgh Steelers, it was going to be for a 2nd-round draft pick. He was coming off an all-pro season. The story is, when Kyle Shanahan caught hold of the fact that Brandon Ayuk was going to be traded, he ran up to Lynch's office and said, no way, cannot trade him. That's how much he believes in the player. Now, I want you to think about Brandon Ayuk. Is he a number 1 receiver? I want you to listen to these stats. In 2023, the year he was fully healthy before tearing his ACL last year, 3rd highest in depth of target, basically like big play receiver, 3rd highest in the league. Highest passer rating on passes 20 yards or more. Translation, big play, explosive plays. Last 3 years, including 2024, when he only played 7 games, 10th in the NFL in explosive plays. 10th. Imagine if he would have finished the whole season. Now, you're probably wondering, well, they're not going to want to pay that kind of money. He signed for a big contract, right? Wrong. The cap hit in 2025 is $10.7 million. Ooh. The cap hit in 2026 is $16.2 million. The reason the 49ers might want to get rid of him is basically on April 1st. Long story short, those basically become guaranteed with a little bit of bonus on top of it. Now, the Packers can get out of it in 2027. So it's basically a 2-year contract with a minimal cap hit that basically becomes guaranteed. I have a vision for this team. The vision is of the San Francisco 49ers offense from 22 and 23. I want you to hear these stats and I want you to think about the Green Bay Packers when I do it. In 2022, the San Francisco 49ers, when Brandon Ayuk was cruising, 6th in total offense. 2023, 3rd in total offense. Now, who does this team sound like? Kyle Shanahan, basically Matt LaFleur. Tucker Kraft, he's basically your George Kittle. We've heard people say he is like George Kittle. Jaden Reed, who have we heard him sound like? Oh, he's like a more young Deebo Samuel. Now you've got Josh Jacobs. He is your Christian McCaffrey. We know that Brock Purdy was orchestrating the offense. We believe Jordan Love can do that, if not more. The one thing and even the O-line.
Who's Kyle Juszczyk?
That's a great question.
Chris Brooks.
Chris Brooks.
Yeah. Chris Brooks is Kyle Juszczyk. We even signed one of their offensive linemen, Mr. Banks, this offseason to secure.
What's his first name?
A strong Aaron Banks?
Phil.
Good.
Is that right? Okay. Phil Banks.
Philip, sorry.
Philip Banks. To secure the O-line, the last and only piece missing from an offense that is 6th in total offense, 3rd in total offense, is a Brandon Ayuk wide receiver 1. Goody, you can right your wrongs right now. You missed on Devontae. You missed on DK. You missed on even Cooper Kupp. Right now, here's your opportunity for minimal cost to take a guy who is currently being traded at a value, yes, coming off of an ACL, but he's only 27 years old. He's going to be 27 years old next year, 28 the year after that. Here is a perfect opportunity for Goody, you to go get your wide receiver 1, give up only a little bit of trade compensation for the draft, and still have manageable cap hits, and voila, the Green Bay Packer offense will look just like that high-octane San Francisco 49er offense from a couple years ago. What do you say? Trade for Brandon Ayuk, and I'll tell you what, the reason why I'm doing this for Here Brad Out this week, I said those contracts become guaranteed on April 1st. That's next Tuesday.
That is.
So he's got to be traded by next Tuesday or earlier, because if the San Francisco 49ers are on the hook for that, he's staying on the roster. If he's not, he's on a different team.
All right. Congratulations.
Brad,
you made a good pitch.
that
You're
was
missing
good.
a really key ingredient.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Goody and Matt LaFleur ain't doing business with the San Francisco 49ers.
I don't know about that.
They tried to take Aaron Rodgers behind Matt LaFleur's back. In the Green Bay Packers' right mind, it would be hard for them to do business with the Niners. I like it, but I think there's still some spite between the two organizations that they wouldn't work with together.
You think that it would get in the way of
I agree.
This is a bit, if Goody is walking around and Matt LaFleur is walking around like, nope, we would never do business with the 49ers, then they need to be fired. You got to, listen, put your ego to the side and put championships in the forefront. And so if you're talking about, hey, we may have an opportunity to go get Brandon Ayuk, and we got to give up a third-round pick, and based off of what Brad said, there's an out after 2027, and you don't have to spend too much more money on a team that needs a number one wide receiver, a team that needs a big play threat, and you just talked about how he is a big play threat.
Sure is.
That would be foolish. Malpractice, as we have said on this show. That would be foolish. They said, we're not even going to pick up the phone because we don't want to deal with those guys. No, you're stupid if you don't want to deal with them. If that is a potential
Did you know he's going to miss part of 2025, though?
Who cares? He'll be back, though. He only missed a couple games this year.
He tore it in October 21st. So I would think by
September?
ACL.
The whole thing.
No,
yeah, but
PCL, MCL.
Oh,
he tore the PCL too?
Players come back from this, no problem.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah? Did Rashawn Gary come back from his ACL?
He ain't no Brandon Ayuk.
He was a first-round pick. They're both first-round picks.
Yeah, but Brandon Ayuk showed he can be all-pro. What does Gary show?
I mean, be a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, exactly.
I think at this point now for the Green Bay Packers, you need to find something. And though I'm not a huge
desperate Kyle.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Brandon Ayuk because I feel like in big games he didn't shine like a true number one wide receiver. But he put up numbers. He's consistent 2 years before he ended up getting that deal. So I would go ahead and make that trade because you do have an out. By the time he's 30, you can move on from him and potentially give you more time. But the Packers have to do something, and I think Brandon Ayuk could be a really good stopgap.
I've always been a big Ayuk guy. I think he would fit the need in terms of what his skill is, in terms of separation, big play. He's just like he's a legit number one for the Packers.
And the reason I did a third-round draft pick is because last year was a second-round draft pick that they were asking for, and that was pre-ACL and pre-contract. I'm just stunned, though. When I went through the offense of the San Francisco 49ers and the Packers, they are mirrored in such a crazy way. Shanahan, LaFleur, Tucker Kraft, George Kittle, Reed and Debo, CMC and Josh Jacobs, the O-line are equal. You're literally just waiting on a guy like Ayuk. So you might as well take Ayuk himself and get yourself a top 5.
John from Racine, would you rather trade for Hendrickson or Ayuk? It's still Hendrickson. The price is just going to be more.
Yeah, give me Hendrickson.
Who would help the team more?
Hendrickson.
Would you rather give a first-round draft pick to Henderson or a third-round for
Hendrickson?
You got a first-round draft pick?
No,
yes.
He was.
I was correcting him, and I'm saying first-round draft pick.
Wow.
No,
you're going to get a guy that you're going to have to sign, and you know his production versus, again, going down the gamut of drafting another one that you don't know if he's going to pan out.
The problem with Trey Hendrickson is the fact that he...
Oh, now there's a problem.
No, listen.
It was please, I'm on my knees. I want Trey Hendrickson. The problem with Trey Hendrickson a week later.
No.
How crazy you flip-flop is amazing.
I didn't flip-flop about a first-round pick. I never said give up a first-round pick. My only concern is that he probably has 2 good seasons left in him before. I mean, he's 31 going on 32.
I'll take one from anybody right now.
I'll take him, but I don't know about a first-round pick. First-round picks usually want to give guys who are probably, 29 maybe. 30 is pushing.
Yeah, peaking.
We gave away a 4-pack to Thanalysis Live, and one thing you'll see and be enjoying is what Brad loves to enjoy.
Oh, that is right. I love to enjoy me some Carbliss. I'm going to be enjoying them at the Analysis on Saturday night, but every night. Not every night, but any night I'm looking to kick back, relax, and enjoy a little ready-to-drink cocktail at the Norman Estate. You know I'm grabbing a Carbliss. And when you are going through your grocery aisles, when you're going through wherever you pick up your ready-to-drink cocktails, or going out to a bar, you got to try the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack. Blood orange, watermelon, raspberry, and grapefruit. It is tropical joy and bliss bottled up into a can and ready for you to enjoy. Not only that, but the mango vodka cocktail is refreshing. It's a flavor that blows your mind. Carbliss did it again, KBN Nation. They did it again. You know they knocked it out of the park with all the original fruit flavors, all the margarita cocktails, but now again with Tropical Bliss Variety Pack and mango vodka cocktail, they do it again. Everything you love about Carbliss. Low carbonation, high flavor, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 gluten. That means guilt-free and made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. There's always an opportunity to grab a Carbliss, so enjoy one with me and experience why less is more with Carbliss.
More Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin with Alex Strofe running the show, Riley Yauk hanging out, doing God's work, working under Jesse Nelson. Godspeed to you, Riley. We're back next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why am I always the one doing that? Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
43 northbound, slowing down briefly between North Avenue and Keefe. Another brief slowdown on 41 northbound. That's also right around North Avenue. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies with isolated showers late, a low of 36. Thursday, isolated showers in the morning, then mostly cloudy skies, a high of 53. Today's weather is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Visit any of their 6 locations in the Milwaukee market today. Try your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Wait is over. Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Are you ready to shake things up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee? All you gotta do is toss your rewards card into your favorite slots for drawing entries and a chance to be in the Roll for Riches game show. What's on the table? Oh, just $300K in cash and prizes. Play this March, and Thursday nights, you could get on a winning streak that, frankly, you deserve. Let it ride and roll for riches. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is athletes in the Wauwatosa West boys basketball team. The Trojans boys basketball team earning their first state title in school history over the weekend in Madison. It'll be remembered as a classic of a Division II championship between the Trojans and Racine Park, a 60-57 win for the Trojans. Tosa West big man Matthew Klosky had a game-high 29 points in the game, but it was Jake Hansen coming up with a huge steal and crucial free throws right before time expired to give the Trojans the win. A huge shout-out to Messiah Chambers, who played all 40 minutes of the contest. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, the Wauwatosa West boys basketball team.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
In the month of February, there was 60,000 meals that went to local food shelters in the New Berlin and Milwaukee area due to the Princeton Club.
Love that.
In Madison, they have their initiatives. With 8 Madison locations and 1 in New Berlin, you have a fantastic place to get better. The campaign right now that you need to be aware about is having a strong community, which you can create with the Prince Club. Have a strong body, obviously, with everything they provide in the facility. And with that, you develop that strong mind. It doesn't matter how small or how big your goal is. You simply just got to get started today. Free childcare at the membership, open 24/7. There's no better place to start your fitness journey than at the Princeton Club. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here on a Weed Man Wednesday.
The Weed Man is coming.
Can't wait.
Weed Man Wednesday, indeed, fellas.
50% off your first service at weedman.com.
So we are, this is our 4th Weed Man Wednesday.
Okay.
Which is pretty exciting, right? Almost a full month into the Weed Man Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
Now, obviously, I've got a little bit of the FOMO because you guys got the cool hats and the cool shirts. That's all right. So I mentioned 4th week of Weed Man Wednesday, which is the 4th week you have worn said shirts and said hats.
No, I have not washed mine. I keep it here.
How did you know that's what I was going to ask?
Because I already know. Because I haven't washed it. I know you were going to ask about that.
Ben definitely hasn't washed it. I don't need to ask that.
I've washed it.
Brad, you've totally washed yours, right?
I watched it every week.
Brad, I don't know. What time you put yours on? I'll put mine on just for this.
I usually wear a different shirt in the morning, and then before I leave here, I put the Weed Man shirt on, and I usually wear it the rest of the night until I get in my pajamas.
I probably got a couple more wears. Wait,
down.
You wear it all night?
No, that's not the question. What kind of pajamas is Brad Nortman wearing?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because when I hear pajamas for the Nortman household, I think they're like
robes,
full on like pants and
I'm picturing like a full set. So like plaid
and
pants,
it's
a plaid
matching
button up. Yeah.
So I'm mostly just a sleep in the bottom half guy, and I get hot, so there's no pants. So it is like pajama shorts, I guess is the best way to put it.
You don't just wear boxers or briefs.
That's what I do.
Remember, I don't like that. I like
he said he doesn't like
designated pajama bottoms that I put on at night, like right before I go to bed. And then right when I wake up, change into my workout outfit. But I usually go about 3 nights of wearing it before I put it out for the next one. I got black. I got navy.
You know what? I don't have to
buffalo
wash
plaid. Yes,
pajamas.
You know pajamas.
We go
the way we came out of the womb.
Yeah.
You know what? I remember months ago.
What?
You don't sleep free?
Not often.
Oh, I do all the time.
Every day.
I remember months ago. You said I'm missing out by doing it, and I need to give it a shot. And I gave it a shot.
Yeah,
and
Lexi didn't
the first
like it.
lady was right next to me, and it just didn't feel good. It just didn't feel right.
That's sad to hear.
I need a little bit of protection.
She doesn't like the way you.
No, Lexi was okay. To me, I felt exposed. I don't want my.
You must
bare
not be
skin
confident.
Rubbing against the sheets.
You must not be confident,
Lexi,
Kyle.
I love Lexi. I love Lexi.
You ain't gotta be confident. She's yours. You ain't going nowhere. Whether you confident or not, that's mine.
It's not a confidence
Mine.
level. It's
I
a
love
comfort.
Lexi.
You guys are changing my word from confident, comfortable to confident.
Brad, it's so comfortable. I'm gonna tell you this now. Matter of fact, when I try to have something on, I gotta come up off them. I'm like, ugh.
So
Gotta
wait a minute. How often do you change your sheets then?
Every about 2 weeks max.
Because do you sweat when you sleep?
Some days.
So
yeah.
you're putting direct groin sweat onto your sheets.
I shower. I mean, I go in.
Growing.
It's growing.
Growing.
No, you said it. Say it again. Growing. You said it right.
I said
No,
groin.
he said groin.
Growing.
And that's the delicate way of putting that term.
Yes.
So you're putting that all up in the sheets?
Listen,
you gotta have a barrier for cleanliness. Am I wrong?
No.
No.
Oh, you guys.
I'm telling you, you're missing out. You guys are missing out.
I tried it for 5
Chris
minutes.
chimes in, nothing better than sleeping free. Y'all need to get with it. What do you mean, y'all? I think he means Alex and Brad.
Alex needs to just grow up.
What did I do?
What do you wear?
I'm just a boxers guy.
Just any regular old boxers?
That's so perfect.
What do you mean?
Boxers all skin and bones.
All skin and bones.
Hey, babe,
boxers.
Is
Looking
it the
like
boxers?
a dinosaur.
Well, is it the-
Arms
Looking like
gangly
his
everywhere.
arms are. Yeah, exactly.
Hey!
Is it the boxers you wore from the day, or do you change into new boxers?
It's the same boxers.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, bro.
Oh, you're so above us.
You've been all up in those boxers all day.
So
They're not clean.
you don't. But your sheets are. Do you wash your sheets every day?
Are you a no outdoor clothes guy on the bed?
Absolutely.
I am. No outside clothes. I had to train baby girl up
I can't
on that
just
one.
Wait.
If I
So
get
you
home
can-
after work.
Now he's being contradictory here.
No, I'm not.
Sleep nude, but no outside clothes on the bed.
And you said you've worked out before and went
laid
to
on the
sleep. So
bed.
you're doing that naked.
Yeah, but it's my body dirt and sweat. I don't want the pants I sit in this
That's
chair.
worse.
A lot of people sit in this chair. I don't want these pants that 25 different people done sat in this chair on my bed. I don't like that. Not at all. I take everything off. So except for my I take my drawers off eventually. I mean TMI, but
Eventually.
Wow.
but my drawers are safe. They're protected.
How do you spell draws?
Draws.
DRAWLES. Oh,
Draws.
WLS, right?
Draws. It's just
DRAWLS.
Draws. That's what it is.
But you
Is there an L or not?
you say draws like there's like an L.
No, that's
No.
just how you enunciate it. Draws.
Is it, no? So are you like I'm drawing a doodle?
No,
like
you
draw like that.
no, it's like I'm taking my drawers off.
So again, it's DRAWS.
Draws and draw.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
Spell it again.
There, and there.
So it's like
Spell it again.
DRAW. Draws. S. I'm taking my drawers off.
so like Kyle
My draws.
draws.
Add an
doodles.
L.
It's the same way.
It's just like we were talking about
There,
yesterday.
there,
The
there.
word, yeah, we were talking about the words.
Read and read.
Yeah, read and read. It's like read and read. It's draws and draws. It's different, but it's the same.
There.
I'm telling
Content and content. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Buy and buy.
Draws and draws.
Yeah, draws and draws. So I take my drawers off before I go to bed.
Oh, like
Kyle
goodbye
draws.
and bye week.
Yeah, like
Matt chimed in with the sentence.
By the way, I like to buy coffee and bye.
Kyle draws.
Yeah, I do. I draw draws.
Wait, but drawl with an L, that's like an accent.
Yeah, I think
Like
you
a southern
guys,
drawl.
I think you guys are just emphasizing you're trying to sound it out. Remember Ben said yesterday, the English language is weird. You can't sound some things out. You just can't sound out draws.
So it's only vernacular.
The origin of this.
Vernacular.
No, it's only vernacular.
Yes, it is. Yes,
There's no
vernacular.
such thing as draws written. It's only spoken.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I'm taking
That's
draws
deep.
off. Yeah.
What was your add in there, Strofe?
I was just going to say the origin of this conversation that we have now had 2 days in a row is the last name of an author on PackersWire.com.
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Old
right.
Acres.
Yeah, Old Acres.
Amazing.
Which is
Little does he know, we both read his article, talked about his article,
barely.
and then spent like 35 minutes over the course of the next 2 days discussing pronunciation.
How do we even get to the sleeping thing, Brad? What did you say that triggered us?
I don't know.
Something about pajamas.
Oh,
pajamas.
that's right.
No
the
outside
Gucci
clothes.
pajamas you have. Yeah.
Yeah. Weedman Wednesday here on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Oh, that's right.
strange
We
show.
haven't
That's right.
watched our
Yeah,
show.
but I've watched it after every single time.
I haven't watched it yet.
I
haven't
watch
watched
it.
it
I fold
either.
it.
You
I
wanna-
put it back in my
I like
backpack.
to think I'm a hardworking man in this Weedman outfit.
How long will it take you to? I bet it'll be weeks.
Oh, it doesn't even smell. Brad, smell it. I'm going to take it off for you.
Smells fresh and clean.
Kyle, how long can you go without?
Oh, I can legitimately go.
2025. How long is the?
When it gets hot in the summertime and maybe we do remotes, then I start to sweat. I'm a
that's the
little.
ultimate
They got to
test.
put us on a remote on a Weedman Wednesday.
Or
So
you-
we all got to wear these on the air.
Brad,
Are
smell
you
it.
going to somebody's house?
We could do that. We could do Weedman Wednesday on the day that they come do service.
It's all right.
It smells fine.
It's all right. I mean,
let me smell it.
It don't smell like the detergent.
Like if I just smell like the chest, it smells good.
Yeah,
If I smell
see?
the pit, I mean,
Go ahead, smell the pit.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't it smell like deodorant?
No
it
boundaries.
smells like
Deodorant
it smells like
the
you're
man.
starting to sweat.
It smells like a grown ass man.
No, I
That's
mean,
what
it doesn't
smells
like deodorant. It smells like 80%. This guy's starting to sweat.
Oh no! That armpit stank.
Oh, you a lie.
It's not good, Kyle.
Not good.
No, this.
It's not good.
Yeah, I'm sweating today.
I was gonna say it was
This
wet
is-
when I
it's-
touched it. Now I gotta
Yeah,
wash
yeah.
my hands.
Kyle,
He
wouldn't
put
it
his
be a-
nose all on it.
Wouldn't it be a growing ass man?
No, a grown ass man.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN,
Caleb Williams sucks.
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live is back March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Adetokunbo for a live show that's sure to entertain like none other. Last year, it was a surprise appearance from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. You never know what Thanasis has planned for 2025. Get your tickets to Thanalysis Live right now. Visit ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter for event and ticket info. It's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Carbless. Also supported by the Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's.
Being a Pella consultant means helping people build their dreams.
Customers really appreciate just how prepared we are. All the samples, the videos, pictures.
We are with you from start to finish. You literally have a friend from beginning to end and beyond with your project.
Our Pella team simplifies the process, taking time to listen and find the right solution for you. And right now, get 0% interest for up to 72 months. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 3/31/2025.
It's time for you and that diamond to come alive again.
At the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Even if you have a good ultrasonic jewelry cleaner, it can't match the pressurized steam cleaning we do at Kessler's.
Let us steam clean and polish your engagement ring.
For free.
I'm Joe Gerke, president of Kessler's, and we want to strip away all the soap scum that is making your diamond look dull.
For free. And while we're doing it, we'll inspect the prongs on your ring to make sure your diamond isn't about to fall out.
It's the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Here's another idea. Bring us anything you own that needs to be repaired, and we'll give you a price to make it like new again.
And if you have some old jewelry you don't wear anymore,
We can make something unique and wonderful out of it.
unique in all the world.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Johnny's Poorhouse, Pleasant Prairie, Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Who's on 3rd Milwaukee, Romine's High Pockets Milwaukee, and Camp Bar Wauwatosa. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wisconsin is still cattle country. And that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Time to get those tailgate grills out and grab your groceries. And there's no grocery trip complete without a carbless. And the opening day in Milwaukee is almost here. Next Monday, the unofficial start of the summer happens when the Brewers take the field for their home opener. And ESPN Wisconsin will air all of it. Sponsored by Carbless, ready-to-drink cocktails, live shows from inside the ballpark, special guests all day, and unmatched excitement for the crew, as ESPN Wisconsin will carry every single pitch of the home opener. Opening day is presented on ESPN Wisconsin, sponsored by Carbless. Grab a pack today, be the MVP of your tailgate, sit back and relax and watch the Brew Crew start the season with a Carbless in your hands. Happy baseball season, everybody.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman discussing the English language and how words are hard. Draws is just spelled D-R-A-W-S, but it sounds like there's an L. Joe in Cedarburg, you're up on the Carbless Talk and Text line.
Hey, guys. I have heard that word as referred to underwear as drawers, like D-R-A-W-E-R-S.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And I was just wondering if he's trying to say drawers rather than drawls.
What do you say, Kyle?
Ben, my response to that is you used to watch a very good show that you love, and they said G-T-D. What did they call that?
Got the draws.
Got the draws, dog. They didn't say got the drawers. They said what? Got the draws, dog. So I'm just saying. Yeah, no.
The show is Martin from Martin Lawrence, and I think it's time to maybe acknowledge that Joe in Cedarburg isn't wrong. It is the same thing, just pronounced differently, as Brad was saying.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing about vernacular and English language. You can take many forms of its own.
Shut up, Brad. I would love for Joe in Cedarburg to go around now saying, hey, I got the draws.
Hey, Joe, you'd be the coolest dude in Cedarburg. Just say, hey, man, I got the draws. And they'd be like, what? Joe in Cedarburg got the draws? I hope if you're married, it's different. Oh, you can say, got the draws, dog.
Ben Brusk, Kyle Walls, Brad. Yeah, and I got you there. I followed you there. For once, I followed you in the right direction.
And are they referred to as draws for women, too?
Now we're going too far. What we learned the other day is Brad had signed up for 23andMe in 2017, and he needs to delete his information ASAP because it's going to be sold to the highest bidder, and they're going to clone Brad. And we were discussing, would the world be a better place with more Brads? Detective Strofe put on his hat, got his magnifying glass out, and did some research into what a world would be like if you missed it early in the show. This would be a world with multiple Brad Nortmans.
Unless you're driving, I want you to close your eyes. Kyle, Brust, Nortman, that includes you. As we discussed yesterday, there might be a world where there are multiple Brad Nortmans. So once again, I put on my detective hat and I traveled to that world. Let me introduce you to Thad Nortman.
Hi, I'm Thad Nortman. I'm here to look at your finances and kick footballs very far. Do you want to listen to me uninterrupted as I give you stupid ideas? How about a universal handshake?
At least you can acknowledge they're stupid, Thad. It's nice to meet you as well. How about Chad Nortman?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Chad. How are you? And what are you up to today?
I am putting garbage bags on the windows in my bedroom.
That's great, Chad. Just like Brad.
I love Lexi.
Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing. Who's this guy? He looks sad.
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
But we just met a Chad Nortman. How many of you are there?
Hi, my name is Chad Nortman.
This is terrifying. I gotta get out of here.
My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman. My name is Dad Nortman. My name is Chad Nortman.
I don't want any part of that world.
Even I'm horrified. I'm horrified.
Horrified.
Wow.
You know, I saw a post on ESPN Beaver Dam, a picture of Corey Sparks with a bruised eye.
Wow.
Damn, who punched
Well,
him?
Wally's fasting right now, and I think he got hangry.
Wally's not fasting. He's eating fish.
I know, but
It ain't fast.
he's getting hangry, I can tell. He left a mark on Corey.
Wow, allegation.
The Damn Sports Show next in Beaver Dam. Jim, Matt, and Molly are up next in Madison.
Poor guy.
We're right here, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, on this Weedman Wednesday on 94.5 ESPN. And as always, streaming on YouTube to see our beautiful faces and our wonderful Weedman outfits at YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. We're back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
You're gonna go to the record store. You're gonna give them all your money.
The worst of the delays are on 43 northbound between Walnut and Kiev. Southbound, just a little bit slow heading into downtown. On 94, you've got a slight delay between Clayton and the Stadium interchange. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, isolated showers late, a low of 36. On Thursday, those isolated showers linger in the morning, then mostly cloudy skies.